Hello dear students, I am Prabhat Dubey, your biology teacher from LPM Public School, Gola Bazar. As we were discussing the first chapter of your biology, which is fundamental unit of life. And in this chapter, only 3 cell organelles are left for discussion. And the important one is vacuole. And the 2 other one are peroxisomes and centrosome. So today we will first focus on vacuoles. As you know that vacuoles are sac-like structure, as it is mentioned in the first bullet point, and it is filled with water, protein and other complex organic compounds. And when there is any need of that organic materials or water, then it is supplied from that vacuole. So you can say that it is a storehouse of all the food and water materials. Okay, it is very important and mostly it is found in the eukaryotic cells. Okay, there are different functions that are played by vacuoles. So first we will discuss about the structure of vacuoles, then we will focus on the functions of it. As per the book of your biology, that is written by B.S. Tomar and Ruchi Yadav. I think the students who are having this book can find the diagram of vacuole on page number 32. Okay, and the students who are not having the book can go to Google and just find any image of vacuole. This image is very important to understand how it makes the cell turgid, how it provides a definite shape of the cell. And in plant cell mostly the vacuoles are very large in size. In animal cell they are small. And the concept behind this is that the plants are autotrophs. They synthesize the food materials. So the cell that is synthesizing different types of complex organic compounds from glucose need to store that. And the cell who is consuming on that stored energy, like animal cell, doesn't need large vacuoles. That's why in animal cells vacuoles are small in size, while in plant cell the vacuoles are very big in size. This question can be asked in the examination in MCQ as well. Okay, they are a kind of storage sacs. In animals a number of small size and temporary vacuoles are found. So, okay, the vacuoles are smaller in size and they are temporary, but in plant cells they are permanent and large in size. It is stored glycogen and protein and also water. Okay, so the excess amount of food and water that is of no use to the cell is stored in the vacuole. Okay, and in plant cells, if there is excess amount of food material and water, then it is stored for future use, or it can be used by other animals, human being and other plants that are not capable of synthesizing their own food. In unicellular organisms such as amoeba and paramecium, the food vacuoles contain the food items that animal cell has consumed. Okay, as we discussed that the size is big in the plant cell, and the most specific function that is played by this vacuole is maintaining turgidity in plant cells. As you keep a balloon in your bag, it will provide it a definite shape. In the same manner, the vacuole makes the cell turgid. Okay, a swollen appearance is there due to the presence of this sac-like structure. Okay, that is vacuole. The cell sap that is found inside the vacuole is rich in minerals, sugars, amino acid, ester, water soluble proteins and waste products, also in the form of crystalline deposits. Okay, so you can predict what can be the function of this vacuole. If it is synthesizing, if it is storing the food material and water and also the excretory material, then it is very important, because if the excess food material or water is found in the cytoplasm, then it will hamper with the proper functioning of the cell. That's why a separate storehouse, like in your house refrigerator is there, the excess food item and water that is stored in refrigerator for future use. In the same manner, vacuole is also functioning like a refrigerator of the cell. Now we will move to the function. The first function is, as we discussed, the cell cycle of vacuoles maintains the turgidity of the plant cell. Second one is, in animals, the small vacuoles which are not permanent. They are responsible for maintenance of water balance or ingestion of food substances. I think this point is clear to all of you. Water balance is to be maintained. The excess water is to be stored in the vacuole. Okay. Vacuoles play a key role in growth by elongation of cell. I think elongation is clear to all of you. When there is need to elongate the cell, vacuoles changes its size and shape. Okay, and as per the size of the cell, as per the size of the vacuole, the size of the cell also changes. And the most important function that is played by this sac-like structure is storage of water, minerals, reserve food in the form of sugar. As you know that the food is synthesized during the process of photosynthesis, and we discussed about the chloroplast yesterday. That chloroplast is responsible for the energy that is trapped through sunlight. In the presence of CO2 and H2O, if sunlight is there, then chlorophyll synthesizes glucose and oxygen is liberated in the process. This is called the process of photosynthesis, and this process is in itself capable of providing food to all the living creatures on this earth. If the process of photosynthesis is checked, the energy, either you are dependent on plants or you are dependent on animals for your food, your source of energy will be devastated and the life will destroyed on this earth. So the photosynthesis is the most important phenomenon because it provides you food and oxygen as well. If oxygen is not liberated, then all the animals need oxygen for respiration, and that respiration makes all the complex organic compounds broken into simpler ones. As you know that glucose is the ultimate source of energy, and if all the food materials are broken down into glucose, whatever your source of energy is, protein, fat, anything, and that compound is ultimately converted into glucose, and that glucose, that's why the people who are not able to take solid food due to indigestion or some other diseases, they are given liquid glucose because glucose can be easily consumed in the body. Okay, glucose is also injected through bottles inside the patients who are not able to drink water glucose. Okay, now the next cell organelle is peroxisomes. Okay, these are ovoid granules surrounded by single membrane. In some cell organelle, double membranous structures are found. And one more important point I want to add for the vacuoles, the outer covering of the vacuole is called tonoplast. This question has been asked many times in the competitive examinations as well. So you have to know the name tonoplast. If in the examination this question is asked, which cell organelle is covered by the outer layer that is called tonoplast, you have to answer vacuole. Okay. Now focus on peroxisomes. Peroxisomes are also covered by single membrane. Okay, and these are oval in shape. Okay. These are abundance. Mostly the peroxisomes are found in liver and kidney cells. What is the function? The function is it helps in removal of toxic substances. Any toxic substance that is of no use in human body or plant body and which is injurious for the healthy development of the cells is to be kept outside the cell. It has to be just excreted out from the body. So this function is played by peroxisomes, and peroxisomes also help in lipid metabolism and conversion of fat into carbohydrate. As you know that fat provides us huge energy, but fat is the most complex food material that is taken in our regular food. if you are taking a large amount of fat, then it will be injurious for your body, because digestion of fat takes long time, and the energy that is of no use in your body, the excess food material that you are taking, will be deposited in the form of fat. As you have noticed that there are different people who are taking huge amount of food, but they are not burning that calorie, so that food will be deposited in the body in the form of fat. If that fat is in limited amount, it is necessary for the body, because if your energy is not derived from proper food, if you are not getting proper meal, okay, then your body is capable enough to provide you sufficient amount of energy by digestion of this deposited fat. As you know that any food item that contains protein, carbohydrate or fat will be ultimately burnt in the presence of oxygen, that is called oxidation of food material, and it will be converted into glucose, and that glucose will be supplied to the cells, where in mitochondria that glucose will be burnt and energy will be released in the form of ATP. That's why mitochondria is called the powerhouse of cell. I think this concept is clear to all of you. Okay, so if the conversion of fat into carbohydrate is not taking place, means the peroxisome is not working properly. That is found in liver and kidney. That's why liver is very important organ in our body. The people who are having any problem in their liver and its secretions face different types of digestive problems. In some people, if there is any difficulty in the proper functioning of the liver, if there is any abnormal growth, then the liver is cut out from the body, and then different types of digestive pills are given. Enzymes are given in the form of tablet or capsules for digestion, because the liver is playing important role in digestion of our food. It secretes different types of enzymes. Okay, so I think the function of peroxisome is clear to all of you. Now the last cell organelle is centrosome. Centrosome is mostly found in animal cells only. You have to understand this. Okay. And the term centrosome was given by the scientist T. Boveri in the year 1888. 1888 is the most important, one of the most important years for the discovery and innovation in science. Different concepts, different discoveries were noticed in this year 1888. So you have to memorize that the term centrosome was given by a scientist whose name was T. Boveri. Now, what is the structure of this peroxisome? These are tubules like structure. As in the third bullet point, it is mentioned that these are made up of microtubules. You can find the structure of microtubules on the page number 32. In the last paragraph, it is mentioned each centrosome contains two rod shaped granular structure that is called centrioles. Okay, it is not bound by any membrane and are made up of microtubules. Okay, so this centrosome is not generally asked in the examination, but if it is included in your syllabus, you have to understand. Now the functions of this centrosome, what are the important functions that are played by centrosome? From the centrosome, spindle fibers radiate as an ester in animal cells and lower plants. As you know that during the cell division, fibers are there that accumulate different cell organelles at two polar ends, and from that the cell is converted into two parts. From one cell, two cells are generated. So during cell division, it plays very important function. At the time of cell division, centrioles separate and migrate to opposite poles of the cell, and then spindle is formed between them, which help in cell division. So anytime the function of centrosome is asked to you, you have to understand the most important function that is played by centrosome is formation of spindle during the cell division. Okay, when we will study the cell division, I will make this point clear, how the spindles help in making the cell organelles move to the polar ends, and how a demarcation is made between the cell, and one cell is converted into two smaller cell, which will give rise to another cell division, and the multiple division will result in multiple cells. That's why during growth and development from one single cell, as in humans the sperm and ovum are assimilated, and from zygote, single cell zygote, a billion cell structure, that is human body, is made. So I think this chapter is clear to all of you. If anyone is having any problem, he can get back to me on my WhatsApp. Okay, tomorrow we will take a glimpse of the first chapter, and if any query is to be answered, I will answer that query. Okay, bye for now.